Moody. This is Moody now. Moody gets around his opponents and kicks a goal! Yes, welcome back here to Colac Local Footy FM. It's the Holmes Bakery pre-game show. We're live at the Velodrome here at South Colac. South Colac taking on Birregurra. Should be an absolute ripper of a game. Elimination final stuff. The loser will find it pretty hard to make it to the finals in 2013. The winner, just a nice little shove into the top five. Now, joining us here in the box on Colac Local Footy FM, it is Casey Tutungi round, and a good mate of Casey's. He's a fantastic player. He had a great game last night against Hawthorn until he got KO'd. But we're talking about Joffy Simpkin. Good afternoon, Joffy. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Yeah, no worries, guys. Good to be here.
How's the knock? Is it dazed you a little bit? Or?
Yeah, nah, knock was fine. I just got a little bump. Probably at a bit of bad timing because it's right in front of the coach's box when they were trying to decide who they were going to sub. So they seen that happen and they quickly thought, he might run out of legs after being a sub for a few weeks. So
I think I put the moz on you, Joffy, because I said before the game to your missus, I said, I've got Joffy coming in tomorrow. I was excited. I said, I bet you he'll get knocked out tonight and he won't be able to come tomorrow. So I'm sorry about that.
No, that's all right. I had a few guys. I texted a few of the boys, always hanging a bit of shit on me from Geelong about being the sub all the time. And I was happy to let them know that I wasn't, and they all let me know that they thought I'd get the red vest, so they weren't wrong there.
What do you feel about the sub rule? Do you like it?
Not really, but I suppose you'd rather play the sub than not play at all. Yeah. So just happy to play a role in the side, and hopefully can keep winning and get some good form going into the finals.
You talk about people remind you about it. Tell you what, if Bruce McAvaney had your phone number, he'd remind you. He said it about 6 or 7 times last night.
Oh, he was
Think how many times you were the sub. So it's amazing, but it was a good win. Great win by the Hawks. Yeah. So it was a 50-50 game. I think a lot of people were saying the Bombers were a good chance, and you got the 4 points. They did it pretty well. And Buddy Franklin, geez, awesome. How is it just being in Buddy's presence every day of the week?
Yeah, he's a great guy actually, and as you said, his presence is massive. Everyone's in awe of him when he walks in the room and stuff. You just can't help but look at him. But he played a great game last night, and he sort of had a few weeks off, which was we missed him a little bit, but it's good to freshen him up a bit. And he came out last night and showed how much of a valuable player he is and how damaging he can be. And He's going to be hard to stop in the next few weeks, I reckon. He's pretty keen to get back up there on the Coleman tally, I reckon, and finish off the year strong.
Is there any competition between him and Ruffy at the moment? Because Ruffy's up there.
Yeah, they don't really say much about it, but deep down, I reckon Ruffy really wants to beat him this year. So, and Ruffy's talking about Bud, but Ruff's had a great year as well, and
he's a great player.
He's a good chance to win as well.
Awesome, mate. Awesome. And what about Buddy? Will he stay at Hawthorn?
I reckon.
Had to ask.
Yeah, you never know. He seems pretty happy at Hawthorn, and he's playing good footy and that. So it's going to be a tough decision for him to make. But
guys don't talk about it, do you?
No, we don't speak about it at the club. So it's sort of something you sort of just don't speak about, contracts and stuff like that. So I'm sure in time he'll make his decision. Do
you pinch yourself a little bit because I know you've had a little bit of unluck in your AFL career, but it's starting to real come up now. But Sydney in their premiership era, Geelong in their premiership era, and you're right now at Hawthorn, right at their premiership window as well. You've seen to walk into some pretty good clubs in your football career, so you've been learnt a lot of lessons as well, plus the VFL premiership last year, and also you won a premiership in the Sydney reserves as well. Yeah,
I've been fortunate enough to be involved in successful footy clubs and successful teams. I guess it makes you become a better player, being at Sydney early on, learning from the likes of like the Brett Kirks and guys like that, Adam Goods, who are just great footballers and great leaders, and then to move on to Geelong, everyone knows about all their players and how good they've been, and now to go on to Hawthorn, you do pinch yourself, and I'm just loving every minute of it this year, and just glad to be. It's sort of just. I always thought I could play, and it's just you just need to get shown a bit of a chance and prove your point, and hopefully stay in there.
Well, we're looking forward to when you retire from AFL and you come back to Colac and give them some success as well, mate.
Yeah, hopefully it's something that I'd love to do. They've been going alright of late, and one day down the track, hopefully not just yet.
Yeah.
But
well, you've had that middle part between Sydney and Geelong. You went back to Colac and you dominated down there as well. But we've got you to talk about the Casey Tutungi round this week, Joff. You're good mates with Casey. You played with him at the VFL level. Just on Case, just describe him in a paragraph. He's a great bloke. But what are your thoughts of him on the footy field and off the footy field as well?
Yeah, as you said, really close with Case. Played with him for the last 4 or 5 years down at Geelong and built a good friendship up. We stay with my family stays down in Lorne over summer, so known him for about 10 years now. And yeah, he's just I don't know how he's just one of those guys who you'd love to go out and play footy with. He puts his body on the line. He's so vocal and such a good leader, and he's just someone who you just want to run out with every week. And they talk about going to war in the trenches. Well, he's the one that you'd want to be having beside you. So he's just a great guy, and it's just such a bad story for him. But hopefully all this week and weekend can raise some money, and we can sort of help him out and get him back on track.
When you heard the news about it, what were your sort of real gut feel and sort of reaction towards it? Because I've talked to a few different people, and they're all different responses, but all of it was just you sort of feel in the back of the mind he'll be all right and all that. But when it just kept coming, the bad news, I guess, how was your sort of take on it as well?
Yeah.
Did it affect you at all when you played the next week, or anything like that?
Just sort of early on, as you said, I was just sort of hoping that he might come good and it might not be as bad as what people were saying. But then, as you said, as it went on, it didn't look that way, and I was in a bit of shock, and sort of just made you sort of think how lucky we are, and footy's a great game and that, but just being able to walk and just do everyday sort of activities, it's been taken away from him now, and it just puts things into perspective and makes you really think about whether it's worth playing or not if you're going to have that happen to you. But then you try and move on, and as Casey'd want you to do, he'd want you to keep playing and keep going the way you go about it and everything. So that's the way I thought about it. He wouldn't want anyone sort of dwelling on him and want you to think about it too much and just get on and play footy. So
he seems to be, like, just by reports, being pretty positive about it. I think you just got to move on when something like this happens. It's hard to, and you sort of don't know what he's actually feeling in the back of the mind, but he's. It seems by all report being really positive, and the news from the family is that that's his way, that he wants to go back and coach South Barwon as well, which it's great to hear him saying stuff like that. So fingers crossed, as I said, this weekend we raise a fair bit of money, and also coming on outer events from this weekend as well. I know South Barwon are doing an event in a couple of weeks. We're doing one, CDFL Grand Final Eve as well. But the Hawks, last night's jumpers, everyone's signing them. And they're auctioning them off. How can we get a jumper and put a bid on them?
Yeah, well, we just jump on the website. They should be up. We'll sign them. I'd say early this week on Monday when we get back to the club. So, everyone who wants to buy every one of the 22 that played last night can. All their jumpers will be on sale for auction on the website, hawthornfc.com. So, get on there and put your bids in, and I suppose the Buddy one, kicking 8, will be pretty popular. But
that'll be very popular.
Just get on, and we all going to a good cause and helping Case out. So
just one last question, Joffy, just in the back of my mind: why can't Hawthorn beat Geelong? Did they ever, when you played against them a couple of weeks ago, kicked a ripper of a goal? Congratulated you. It almost threw me remote at the tally when you did it. But what is it? Did they ask you for any advice about it, or when you walked through the door, did the awe of losing to Geelong just come before you, or what's going on?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what it is. I guess they're just such a good side, and they sort of just match up well against us, and it's a tough one because a lot of the times it could have gone either way, and we could have been won just as many of those games. So It's a $1 million question. Everyone wants to know, but I think we could. They're definitely beatable, and we're not far away. We just got to. We played very ordinary that night, and we played probably 10 or 15 minutes of good footy, and almost stole it in the end. But hopefully we can get another crack at them at the end of the year, and hopefully it
bug
means a bit
everyone
more.
there though.
Yeah, it is.
Personal.
Yeah, Clarko was pretty upset after it and got pretty deep with a lot of guys in the review and shown some pretty ordinary edits which unlike a lot of the players, it's sort of you don't see it all year and then it comes out in that game. So I don't know whether it's nerves or stuff like that, but hopefully we can just focus and get the job done next time.
No, yeah, very scary prospect, Joffy. Come finals time, you've still got me nerve. Doesn't matter how many times along, beaches in a row. I just don't want to play you guys in the grand final. Joffy, thanks for dropping by, mate. I know you're going to go see the Tigers today. Fingers crossed they have a win for you this afternoon. Any chance you could run out, put the 32 on and run out there?
Oh, I don't know. Don't know if they'd be able to do that. It would be all right, but
is there any lookalikes of the Tigers that you could just sneak one in?
Not too sure.
Jimmy Linton.
Linton, his skin's too brown.
Well, thanks again, Joff. But everyone head to the Hawthorn Footy Club website and put a bid on some of those tops, because I tell you what, they're very valuable. Definitely the Buddy Franklin one, but the number 32 one as well, pretty handy as well. And also Casey Tutungi around. We just seen the little fella, and we don't know if it's his grandma or not, but walking around with the tin here at the Velodrome asking for donations. And then also at Simmons Stadium tonight between Geelong and St Kilda, there's going to be a pretty good show on beforehand as well. So, and Tommy's playing in that, so fingers crossed Tommy doesn't get too towed up by Tomahawk tonight.
Yeah, no, he'll be. I seen him this morning. He dropped some tickets off for me to bring home to give to mum and dad. So he's pretty keen. He wants to get out there and sort of just play some good footy towards the end of the year and sort of set himself up and build in towards the next pre-season. So yeah, he's pretty keen, and hopefully the Saints go all right. They've been struggling a bit, so hopefully they can put in a good performance and make a good game of it.
All right, Joff, once again, thanks for joining us this afternoon, and best of luck for the rest of the year.
Cheers. No worries. Thanks, guys.
All right, this is the Holmes Bakery pre-game show. We'll take a break. This is Colac Local Footy FM. If it isn't local footy, boys,
it isn't real footy. Thinking of moving to Geelong, buying or renting? Then Barry Plant in Highton is the best real estate agent to go to. For more details,